It's one of the defining challenges of our time, according to President Obama. The gap between the rich and the poor is one of the biggest growing problems today in the U.S. According to ThinkProcess.com, the income inequality is the greatest it's been since 1982. It's time for us as the 99% to step up and do what we can to make change. Many of the citizens of the United States, including its president, have already agreed that this is a problem that needs action. So what can we do? How do the rich have so much money, and why are the poor so far in debt? 41% of the U.S.'s money is in the hands of 1% of its population. According to Fortune.com, most of the rich previously used to gain their money from previous relatives, while today it's mostly earned from them being highly paid business owners or just highly paid employees. It's also thought that it's due to the taxes being less progressive and the use of cheap labor. But it's mostly, honestly, due to the lack of saving by the middle class. So why do the poor claim that they're poor? Most of them say it's because it's due to things out of their control, such as their gender, their race, or their lack of education. So now that we know why this is a problem, because of the less progressive taxes and the poor, gender, race, and lack of education, what can we do? Alright, why is this a problem for our nation? Whenever there's less money to be earned, it's easy to become in debt. And whenever people aren't spending as much money, we're not getting it back into our economy, so it's bad for our business, and it's also bad for society. Whenever there's a raise in the debt of the poor, there's also a raise in gambling, criminal activity, poor health, depression, obesity, according to Fortune.com. And it's also, even whenever the poor are working hard, it's hard for them to earn enough money to become not poor. So how can we make a difference? Well, we should be taxing the rich. If they have the money, why shouldn't they be sharing it with everyone else to even out this lopsided gap? How can we make this happen? It's easy. We can vote. We can stay involved in what's going on in our country, because when we're not voting, who is? According to AndenbergSchool.com, most people say that they don't vote because their vote doesn't count. If we're not voting, we're leaving the vote up to the 1%, the rich people who don't know what we need as the 99%. So, what should we do? We should be taxing the rich. The gap between the rich and the poor is a continuous growing problem today in the United States. The inequality is the greatest it's been since 1982. And all we have to do is vote and stay involved in what's going on in our community, or in our country. So, get out there and vote, because every vote counts.
Yay!